A small business jet that is not EGPWS equipped is approaching its destination airport for an RNP approach. There is significant terrain below the arrival route and approach path. The pilots are listening to ATIS. Although the weather is still within the RNP approach minima for landing, visibility and cloud base are low. The crew receives clearance to descend to 5,000 feet on QNH 1012 and gives the correct readback. But the pilot monitoring mistakenly transposes the last two digits and sets the altimeter to 1021 instead. The aircraft is cleared for RNP approach on runway 21, but due to the incorrect altimeter setting, the aircraft is almost 250 feet lower than it should be. When the aircraft starts its final approach, the controller receives a minimum safe altitude warning on the radar screen. He immediately warns the crew and repeats the QNH. The crew corrects the QNH setting and corrects the descent profile, resulting in a safe, uneventful landing. Thanks to the prompt controller's reaction and crew's immediate response, a potentially serious incident was avoided. So what are the key learnings? Pilots. When the first QNH clearance is given, the pilot flying should actively monitor the radio exchange. When the altimeter is set, the QNH should be called out by the pilot monitoring, verified aloud by the pilot flying, and cross-checked against other sources like the ATIS. When performing an NPA or RNP approach using barometric vertical navigation, QNH entry errors may not be detected during altitude distance cross-checks. Pay attention if the destination airport uses unfamiliar procedures or pressure setting units. Controllers. If you receive a minimum safe altitude warning or approach path monitor alert, notify the crew immediately using appropriate phraseology. Ensure that QNH readbacks are correct. If the aircraft appears to be too high or too low, verify that the crew is using the correct QNH. Air navigation service providers. Ensure that the ATM automation system is fitted with properly tuned low-altitude safety nets like minimum safe altitude warning or approach path monitor. If possible, implement the downlink of QNH setting to alert the controller if the QNH was set incorrectly by the crew. Controlled flights into terrain remain a safety risk with a high potential of a hull loss. Learn more about controlled flight into terrain prevention on Skyberry.